Very good evening to all the dear students and higher dignitaries. Today is a momentous occasion as we gather here for the special virtual onboarding session. I, Dr. Subita, on behalf of Lovely Professional University, extend my heartiest congratulations to all the dear students who are present here and their proud parents. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our head of schools, Dr. Rajesh Verma sir, Dr. Pavitra Prakash sir, head of the department, Sandeep sir. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to this esteemed webinar with Dr. Sanjay Modi sir, Pro Vice Chancellor at Lovely Professional University. Dr. Sanjay Modi sir is an honor graduate in Arts and MBA and PhD in the domain of industrial relations. After a stint in the industry, he has been a faculty member of School of Management Studies at Punjabi University, Patiala for 23 years and also served as Director, Audiovisual Research Center of Punjabi University.
That's enough, beta. Let us start.
Let us eagerly await a word of wisdom from our esteemed Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sanjay Modi sir. Over to you, sir.
Well, can I see the faces of some students, or is it possible? They have their cameras on, or no?
I will be providing the permission. Give me a moment, sir.
At least let them have their cameras on so that I can see their expressions. Well, meanwhile, she's trying to make you visible to me and to the entire panel which is available here. But let me also express my happiness at interacting with you. I think the students have been asking very genuine questions. They have a lot of anxieties. Everyone wants to succeed. So I see large number of questions which are aimed at knowing what is the success mantra. But I would like to start with one fundamental question which will help you to understand a lot of things. I think one student has asked a very good question when he says that what is the vision of LPU? Yeah. Yes. Not yet visible. So I think when I speak about the vision of LPU, a lot of things will become clear, because whatever is our focus of the vision, those are actually based on what you require to succeed and what is required by the industry, whether in India or abroad. So it is very important to understand what is the vision of the university. I still can't see the students. Is it possible, or should I go on?
Dear students, I have provided you the rights. Kindly turn on your camera, please.
Please turn on your camera so that I can see some of you. As you can see me, I would also love to see you. Nothing? And to answer your questions, we have all my senior colleagues with me, Dr. Rajesh Verma, Dr. P.P. Singh, who are heads of schools of multiple domains, very experienced in their respective domains. And we also have some very technical experts, a head of multimedia, because that's a technical domain which is not my field of expertise. So I thought he could answer some questions relating to multimedia, etc. Anyway, I don't know people whether they want to switch on their cameras or not. Let me start. You know, one thing which you must understand is that LPU does not want to provide only paper containing their degree. We want to provide careers with the right orientation and placement support. Please underline this. The entire focus of LPU is to provide great careers, national as well as international careers. So the entire planning that has been done for each program, irrespective of the discipline, is something which will empower you, which will enable you to create great careers for yourself. This is first part of the vision of LPU. Secondly, the entire curriculum to support this vision has been created with participation of the industry. It is industry. We have Board of Studies meetings every year, and at times more than one in a year, to make sure that as the industry evolves and their needs and requirements and skills, they change, we are able to change our inputs also. So this is the very strong foundation that LPU is laying out, that industry has partnered with us in establishing in finalizing the curriculum. And not only this, particularly for the projects that you do, the internships that you do, the evaluation of those major projects is also done by the industry, so that the students can get a feedback as to what is the quality of the projects that they have executed, whether they are technical projects or management projects, whatever be the nature of projects. They are evaluated by the industry so that they can understand what is the skill set, what is the competence, what is the understanding of the students in LPU. So which also enhances their placement prospects if the industry gains confidence that the students are doing good projects. Third cornerstone of LPU's philosophy is that we place a lot of focus on practical skills along with theoretical knowledge. We try that any course which can be taught practically must be taught practically. Practical means there is very little focus on theory, and most of it is done hands-on, whether it is done on the computer or it is done in the studio or it's done in the laboratory. We want that those practical skills are important as they're valued by the industry, and that remains to be our focus also. And even beyond the classrooms, we want to enhance the experiential learning of the student. He should experience the industry environment. Okay, how does the industry operate? Right? So it is with this focus that our curriculum has been designed, with a lot of focus on practical skills. Then in every program, what we have ensured is that whatever technology is relevant to that discipline, that must be incorporated. So whether it is a management program or a program in architecture or a program in fashion design or a program in journalism, whatever softwares are required, whatever technical skills are required by the industry today, they are all part of the curriculum. That's another thing. Another dimension is, beyond these skills now, what is valued by the industry is the holistic development of the students. Classrooms, of course, are rigorous, but beyond the classroom also, the industry looks at, people who are holistically developed. They can communicate well, they can work in teams, they have leadership qualities, they are good at, they are not hesitant, they are proactive, they are keen to shoulder responsibility. All this is made possible by development. And what we do is, so we have a lot of co-curricular and extracurricular activities. There are student clubs as part of the co-curricular activities. In each program, in each school, in each discipline, there are student clubs, and students can participate in club activities. And a lot of clubs are doing wonderful club activities. In fact, a very large number of celebrities who are invited to LPU for different things, or industry experts who are invited to LPU. This is done not by university management. We do it separately also, The university also does it, but a large number of them are invited by the student clubs. So this is something very unique to LPU, that students, it is they who contact those industry experts. It is they who ensure that their travel arrangements are made. It is they who ensure that they are able to generate resources either through ticketing of those programs or otherwise through sponsorships. They are able to meet the expenses of their travel and remuneration. Now, this is something very unique. And likewise, there are extracurricular activities also, cultural activities. And I don't know how many of you know, but LPU has won the AIU trophy for both cultural and sports activities. I mean, we are very, very good. We are a young university, and we have broken the monopoly of other established universities to make sure that we win those trophies. And what is very interesting is, you will love it, that students who participate in these sports or cultural activities under AIU or different competitions, they not only come from, say, a department of performing arts or fine arts, they come from all across the disciplines. In fact, I was talking to my division of student welfare, and I was told that about 33% students in the AIU team this year, it was a contingent of about 52 students who went to AIU cultural festival finals, which we won the trophy. 33% of them were from engineering background. This is very interesting. I mean, they have no formal exposure to singing or to dancing or to theater or to instrumental music or to vocal music, but yet they have won gold medals for themselves and the trophy for LPU. So that's a very interesting dimension of holistic development in LPU. So I think all of you would appreciate and love that dimension, which is not available in standalone institutions. It is not available in most of the universities also. So much of exposure to sports, cultural and co-curricular activities is not available to the level it is available in LPU. Then, we have special focus on encouraging innovation, creativity, and leadership. We keep on organizing events. For example, hackathons are organized. We have a very unique event which is called as InnoTech, where students from every discipline are expected to, present their innovations. And the schools are given targets that each school has to present some innovations that the students have made. So whether it is students of fashion or of product design or of management, everybody presents. For example, students of management this time, there was one student who developed a website where he could, I think, sell shoes of a very different kind. So students are making, some are creating jewelry for themselves, some are developing special products which they have been able to even get patents for. So a variety of innovations are being encouraged, and there is a faculty support available. There's a tinkering workshop available. They can go and avail the facilities in the workshop. Every kind of machinery is available. Lathe machines are available. CNC machines are available. There is faculty and instructors who will help them to create. If suppose they have ideas and don't know how to translate them into innovations, there will be faculty members and people in the innovation cell who would help them to finalize their innovations. Then we provide a lot of international exposure to students by through semester exchange programs, and this has been, as we speak, I think in the last 15-20 days, a team of 21 students were in Russia for a program, and there were students of all disciplines who were there. I think students of journalism were there in Russia, and they spent about, I think, 12 days interacting and learning a lot of things. Likewise, students of every discipline have this opportunity because we have collaborations with a lot of partnering universities and good reputed universities across the world. and students can go for semester exchange programs. And what is interesting is most of these programs, there is no tuition fee. The student only has to bear the travel and living expenses. Nothing, no tuition fee is charged by the partnering university. So that makes the exposure very useful and at a very nominal cost of travel. So international exposure is very important. Then we have explicitly focused on giving exposure to students through participation in competitions, which could be national, which could be international. So both kind of competitions, and each school identifies the competitions. So film school will identify 10, 15 national, international film competitions. Computer science will do, which are national, international hackathons. School of business will do it. Every school is supposed to do national and international competitions. They prepare students and send them to competitions, and a large number of students have been winning not only competitions at national level but at international levels also. In fact, there was one international competitions, I think it was with the company in Lithuania, and I think about close to 4,000 students of LPU participated, along with people from rest of the parts of the world. And we won, I think the largest number of trophies were won by, prizes were won by students of LPU. And this was international competitions. Another thing which I think it is very extremely, absolutely unique to LPU is that every student, every school has to make sure that the students in every program generate revenue through freelancing. So they're trained in certain skills. So they go and register themselves on certain freelancing websites. There are plenty of them available. Students of creative programs like multimedia, fashion, etc. They will film production, journalism. They will upload their portfolios. But others also can participate through offering their online services if they have certain skills and competencies available. Schools, people of psychology, education, everybody does it. Maybe they are able to counsel students, and they generate revenue. And interestingly, I can tell you that I don't look after science and technology. I look after management, architecture, fashion, hotel management, education, physical education, performing arts, fine arts, law, etc. In all these disciplines, the student generated revenue this year of about 1.4 crores. 1.4 crores worth of revenue was generated by the students through freelancing, which means it is their income. It is their income. And it is not confined that students start earning this revenue only in the final year. Depending on the skills, those programs which are skill oriented like multimedia, they start earning revenue in the second year of the program. They will upload their portfolio, take small projects of $5, $10, $15 and start earning revenue. And as they develop their skills, the quality of projects improves and they start earning more. So what it does is that this prepares the students for, by the time they pass out, they're absolutely ready for industry. And not only are they ready for the industry, they are ready for entrepreneurship also. And many of them don't want to go to the industry. And we have examples of people who have kind of joined the industry for a year or two and then start their own enterprises. I remember in multimedia, a student gave up a job of 14 lakhs to start his own company. And within 1.5 years, he generated revenue of about 1.25 crores. Now, this is the level of confidence which people get through this kind of exposure. So that's very, very useful and a very unique exposure and support which the students get in the LPU. And another very important thing that we do, because the industry now wants people with some experience. So what we have done is that in every program, we make it possible that the students can do on-the-job training. Suppose the industry wants people for 15 days, for 1 month or 2 months. We allow the students to go to the industry for on-the-job training. And if the industry requires for a longer period, perhaps in certain cases, we allow them to go for a semester also, so that they can gain practical experience. And there are arrangements through which the students study online, the teachers mentor them so that they can complete some of their academic tasks, and some kind of continuous assessment is completely based on what they do at the place of work. So that's a wonderful exposure which prepares students for placements. And finally, because a lot of students have asked this question of that what do we do beyond the seeking jobs? So I must tell you that LPU has a separate, completely separate vertical, a division of entrepreneurship and innovation, for which the students are given opportunities to develop their business ideas. In fact, there are competitions which are held to generate business ideas, to write business plans. Then there are boot camps which happen to refine their business plans. And finally, if some business plans are generated, then the entrepreneurship division also brings in venture capitalists to fund those, to evaluate those projects. And even before that, industry mentors are also assigned. So industry mentors help these students to refine their projects, business ideas. And finally, when the venture capitalists come, many of them have been able to get venture capital. And Dr. Verma, you may correct me, Dr. P.P. Singh, you may correct me. I think one student from multimedia, I hope I'm right, got a funding of about 1.5 crores. Dr. P.P. Singh? Hello, Sandeep. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. I am able to hear you, sir.
So
yes, sir. He got funding.
Who got funding of
yes,
1.5 crores?
Yes, sir. From Google.
From Google. What
yes,
was the
sir.
amount? What was the
approximately 1.44 crore.
1.44 crores.
Yes, sir.
And he was a student of which program?
Sir, graphics.
No, it was an undergraduate program?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. UG program, sir. UG program.
UG program.
Yes,
so
sir.
A 4-year or 3-year, BSc or B design?
Sir, 4 years, sir.
A student of B design who is passing out in 2024?
Yes, sir. He passed out 24 only. This year only.
24 pass out. He got a funding of 1.4 crores from Google. Imagine, a student of multimedia. And so there are plenty of other cases where students get funding from the venture capitalists and the industry. So this is what I wanted to highlight. Okay, Sandeep, thank you. This is what I wanted to highlight, that this is how LPU supports students. So I think you must appreciate this fact that what I've said is far, far beyond the classroom instruction. It is much beyond. And there are very, very few institutions in the country who will provide this kind of exposure, this kind of support and opportunities to students to develop themselves for corporate jobs and even for entrepreneurship. So I think this will help you to understand what basically we do. Now, there was another question which the students asked, which was regarding, what are the key, strengths we should have for placements? Now, and there have been students from every discipline who have been asking this question. So let me say something which is very general, which would apply to everyone. One, I think one thing which the industry values today is very good communication skills, And mind you, good communication skills does not mean that you are able to speak good English. Good communication skill means whatever ideas you have, you are able to express them very clearly and with an in-depth understanding of the issue about which some questions might have been asked by the industry. So it is very important that good communication skills, I think, cannot be developed without having a proper and a good understanding of the concepts which have been taught in that discipline. Only that, if you can speak only fluent English and without knowing the concepts thoroughly, it makes no sense. You know, the industry can assess that this person has very superficial knowledge. So superficial knowledge will not suffice. It is good knowledge which you can express in good communication skills. So communication skills is one thing. Secondly, I think what is important is today a lot of technical skills which are relevant, digital skills. Nobody can, for example, exposure to Excel is very important today. And I think in one single stroke, our all programs have been given inputs about Excel as well as digital marketing. Because digital marketing, maybe you might think that is relevant only for business, but I think digital marketing is relevant for every discipline. In fact, I can share with you, one student of journalism, I think, yes, he has got a placement on the strength of digital marketing. His discipline is journalism, but he has been picked up by the company for a digital marketing profile because he knew how to do digital marketing, which is through search engine optimization, choosing keywords. So it's a technical hands-on skill, course subject which is done on the computer. So every discipline in LPU is having those inputs of technical skills. And then you have to have leadership abilities. That's something very important. Decision-making, analytical skills, those are important. And as I said, a basic clarity of concepts is extremely important. You see, normally the industry does not expect people to know very advanced kind of, there are very few industries which need very advanced conceptual skills. Generally, why students fail to get employment at times, succeed with company hiring, is that they lack in basic concepts of any subject. So all of you must focus on understanding not only the basic concept, but how they are applied. What is the utility in the industry? It is not definitions which are important. Of course, you should understand those things also. But then where do you apply the concept? You know, what is the relevance of that concept in the industry? That is extremely important. So basic clarity of concepts. Then you see, one thing which is important for good placements is that you gain experiential learning through internships, part-time jobs, live projects. That's another dimension on which a lot of focus is given in LPU. That students undertake, in fact, live projects. Dr. Verma is here with me. School of Business, Dr. Verma, if you can say how many students are doing live projects? Dr. Verma?
Yeah, yes, sir.
How many students are doing live projects?
Sir, in case of MBA, around 80% of the students of the first year would have done live project. And in case of BBA, around 50 to 60% students would have done live projects in the year one only.
In the first year itself?
In the first year itself. And once they pass, probably most of them would be able to do 2 to 3 live projects, depending upon, I'm talking with the industry. But otherwise, if you talk about doing an assignment which is live, like selling assignment or other assignments which are integrated into the assignments, then probably everyone is doing live projects and multiple live projects across.
You did a very, very interesting project on branding of unbranded project.
Right, sir. Yeah.
What was that?
Yes, sir. In this, 100% of the students of MBA in first year, they were asked to identify a product which is not branded, a local made product like an artisan's product, For example, products made out of mud, or probably some local products which are made in Jalandhar or around in the vicinity. They have to identify those products and they have to give them a brand. They have to develop as a brand and then do the branding strategy, promote it around, and they have to sell and generate revenue. And in this case,
they have to sell it and generate revenue.
They have to sell it and they have to generate revenue. And around 33 lakhs of revenue was generated by MBA students in the first year.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
To this assignment.
Yeah. So this is what is important when I say live projects. Now, a student who has got exposure to such live projects is not likely to fail in any assignment that is given. That's another skill that you require. Now, then you have personal branding. So we encourage every student to create a profile on LinkedIn and make sure that that profile is good. You don't put frivolous pictures on that. It's a professional profile. So whatever certifications you gain, whatever projects you are doing, whatever skills you are acquiring, whatever activities you are participating in, whatever prizes you are winning, all those things which you think are important from the professional point of view, you keep on adding to your profile. Even things like today I interacted with industry professionals from such and such industry, and I asked these kind of questions, and this is the learning which I had from this. So these kind of activities on the professional profile, they enrich your profile, and which is valued by the industry. Then another dimension for good placements is that you should have thorough industry knowledge. Whenever any industry is coming to the campus, you should know about the industry and what is the industry doing, what are its strengths, how does it perform vis-a-vis the competitors, how is the entire industry performing, what is the growth rate of the industry. All these things you must try to understand. This is what is appreciated and liked by the company which is coming from hiring. Another thing which is important is that you have to stay updated with industry trends and practices. This is important. So you should read newspapers. This is one thing which we insist. And I am of the firm conviction that whether it is fashion or management or hotel management or law or architecture, any discipline you can, or social sciences, you should know whatever important is happening in this world. Because everything is connected. Everything influences your job. Everything influences your understanding of the world and what I should be doing in that evolving landscape. So it is very important that we insist that you should read newspapers. Of course, whatever is relevant to your discipline, that you should read more carefully and go in depth. But even otherwise, whatever important is happening in the world, whatever policy changes are taking place, globally or nationally, we should know it, because that helps us to mature in our thought process. So we are able to link it with what we have learned and how it is relevant in the evolving world. So this is important. You have to stay updated with industry trends and practices and what is happening in the world. Another thing which helps in success is that network with your alumni of your discipline. And LPU has a very strong LPU network, alumni network. And in every discipline, the alumni keep talking to students. There are alumni meets which keep happening. Alumni are giving mentorship to the students. So you must volunteer and say, I need a mentorship from alumni. So depending on the industry you want to join, the kind of skills you want to cultivate, develop, you can choose your alumni and seek mentorship from them. They will guide you, they will help you, they will tell you what skills to learn, what is happening in the industry, and you can even ask questions whether my preparation is right. They can do some mock interviews for you. Every kind of help is extended by the alumni. So that's another thing. And one thing finally which is important is that there are plenty of things that we do in the classrooms, but still, there is fair amount of scope to get some amount of certifications from the industry. For example, we might do, give you a skill, say in digital marketing. Okay, fine, we have done that. But if you get a certification of the same from Google, it has a different value, right? So at times there are a lot of industry certifications which, if somebody wants to acquire, should acquire, because professionally they get some extra advantage for that. So this is something which you should do. Please make sure you do your as many assignments as possible in the field. Their project works. We are trying to replace majority of the assignments with projects, because projects will come into your CV, in your profile. And the amount of experiential learning in the projects is very good. So please make sure you are able to do a lot of projects, participate in a lot of extracurricular activities, because this will help you to develop a lot of leadership skills, organize activities. And every day in LPU there are 6 to 7 simultaneous activities which are happening by different schools, different disciplines. So you can participate in them, be partner in organizing them. We have a student of division of student welfare where you can volunteer. They will make you part of team of volunteers who can participate in organizing events. So this is, some of you have been asking questions, how do I develop my leadership abilities? This is how you develop your leadership abilities. So participate in, organize those activities, so you know which are the problems which you will encounter in organizing activities, how to get sanctions from different places, how to spread the news of your event among students, how to organize the stage, how to handle the guests, how to maintain discipline in the event. All this, and as you contribute, the nature of your responsibility improves and you develop your leadership skills. So I hope this makes sense to students. Then I think let me shift to now some questions which are specific to disciplines. Now there was one question which related to what are the career opportunities in arts field other than government jobs. So I would like to focus on this. I think students will love it, will appreciate that this time in social sciences, that means from BA and MA, students who are pursuing BA or MA from LPU, we have had 128 placements from students who are doing either a BA or an MA program, and 12 students out of 128 have been placed at a package of more than 10 lakhs. More than 10 lakhs package by students of social sciences. What you must understand, that the high packages have come from content writing. The profile which they have got for 10 lakhs and above packages is content writing and business development. But there are other profiles also, which could be they are placed with publishers, with administrative jobs, logistics, and sales. For example, if you go discipline-wise, students of geography, 8 students have been placed in GIS and weather forecasting profiles. 8 students in geography. English, whether BA and MA, they have been placed in profiles of content writing, 10 lakhs and above. Psychology, 37 students placed as counselors in hospitals, NGOs, and schools. Public administration, 1 student placed in United Nations for editing the policies, scrutinizing and editing policies, documents. Fine arts, 10 students placed, and maximum package of 6 lakhs in graphics. And I think, forget about jobs, students are having projects. Students have done projects in sculpture in Delhi. One of the students is doing it in Abu Dhabi airport project. He's doing, putting up a sculpture in Abu Dhabi airport. One student is doing, a project on Ludhiana railway station in one of the cities. Ludhiana is a big railway station. It's a junction, and he's doing a project of sculpture in Ludhiana. Performing arts, which means theater and music, both instrumental and vocal. students have generated 48.5 lakhs revenue through freelancing. Imagine 22 students have been able to generate in 1 year revenue of 48.5 lakhs. And this is during the program. It is not after passing out. While they're pursuing whether it's a UG program or a postgraduate program, they have generated 48.5 lakhs revenue and only 22 students. So what is the average? More than 2 lakhs every student has been able to generate on an average during the program. And there have been 5 placements also. Multimedia and gaming, for example. Multimedia, the highest package has gone to 23 lakhs by a company called Optimizer. Other students have got, one student has got a package of 18 lakhs. Another one has got a 15 lakhs. So there have been 55 placements which have been done in multimedia and gaming. It's a very potential upcoming area. And not only this, the students of multimedia have earned 23 lakhs through freelancing projects in 1 year. 100 students, about 100 students, 23 lakhs. Sandeep, you can speak about how the students are able to do freelancing projects.
Yes, sir.
Just
good evening, sir.
educate them.
Yeah.
They have to register on their, the kind of websites they have to register on and how they get it. Just say a word.
Actually, students, when they start their program and when they reach to their second year, first semester or second semester, they are they are exposed to various websites which are online. They provide the freelancing opportunities to the students. These websites are like Fiverr, Upwork, and so on. So why I'm saying Fiverr, because Fiverr is one of the most famous, and one of them is freelancer.com also. So they create their small short profile, is called short portfolio, upload over there, and then the client come to them by seeing their quality of work. Initially, it is, when you start, it is a little bit tough starting to get the work done from very high clients, because they generally rely with the good rating. So, but you start, the only way what you can do is starting with a small amount. You can charge $5, $10 from those clients for your work quality. So once they get the taste of your work quality, then slowly, gradually, you can increase your per project cost. You can say from $5, I want to migrate to $10, or also you can say if I will providing you 2 output, then $5, then 3 output, then $10, so on. You can bargain and you can negotiate with those clients. So slowly, when you get a habit of this small amounts, that ends up in very large amount. I have seen students who started with initially they were very much like saying, sir, $5 nothing. I don't want to do anything. Yes, sir.
Have you told them about the websites?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Good. I have a lot of other things to talk about. So thank you.
Sure,
thank
sir.
you, Sandeep.
Okay.
Thank you,
Sir.
Sandeep. Dr. Verma, I think you will answer this question. What can a business student do apart from getting job? Hello, Dr. Verma?
Yes, sir.
Can you answer this question? What can the business students do apart from getting a job?
So there are a lot of opportunities. First one is that he can think of becoming an entrepreneur. If he has an idea, LPU has an ecosystem where he can reach out to the people there, and probably they will help him to develop his idea into the business venture, and he can do business. Second is, as you have already mentioned, there are a lot of opportunities for freelancing, and even a student can do a lot of freelancing, wherein, for example, in one area we can pick up is digital. So if he is very affluent in digital marketing, probably he can get a lot of projects from the companies during MBA program also, and even after MBA program. So he can keep on, he can go into freelancing.
Right.
Plus,
what else?
Even the government jobs are open, sir. For example, ONGC and other Indian Oil, other companies, they look for management trainees. So in fact, the government jobs or UPSC, other exams a student can give. That's another option which he can do apart from doing corporate jobs.
I think you should speak about stock trading also, because we have a very special arrangement. Yeah.
Yes. So if a student is interested, or in our case, in most of the MBA students, we actually try and make them habitual of investing money in the stock market also, because this actually makes a person disciplined, and probably he can get returns on his money which he invests. Specifically in case of your BB honors, BCom honors, and MBA financial markets and BBA financial markets, the university would provide investment seed fund to the students. So the risk is involved is actually covered by the university, whereas the student can enjoy whatever returns he get. And if you can look at the data which is on your screens, you can see that undergraduate students, BCom honors and BB honors, who are still in the second year only of the program, probably would have got around 21% of the return on an average. Some
10,000 seed money. They get a seed money of 10,000. Every student gets it.
every student gets a seed money of 10,000 rupees from the university. So that means that university is covering the risk. Whereas if you get returns, the returns is of the student. But if you look at these statistics here, the average return, which means that every student probably is earning 21% of, though this some student would be earning high and some student would be earning little less, but then 21% of the return, which is good, quite a good handsome amount which a student can earn along with the classes or along with his program. So
and this is in 4 months. This is in 4 months.
And this is in the 4 months, and I'm talking about this is only in the start of the second year. So that's the kind of early you can start in the investment. So this would be provided in the MBA financial markets also and BBA financial markets also. So but then the student can actually get this kind of return. So apart from doing corporate jobs, this is what he can probably also be doing.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Verma. Now there's another question which people have been asking. A lot of students have asked question about business analytics. How is business analytics a good career? Now it's a wonderful career. The business analytics industry is growing at a rate of about 8.5% per year. It is expected to grow at this rate from 24 to 32, 8.5%. So there's a high demand for skilled professionals. The salaries are very competitive. They're versatile job roles, and growth opportunities are very good. So what you require for this is you require proficiency in tools like Excel, SQL, R, Python, Tableau, Power BI, etc. Now, and all these are part of, suppose you are joining a program of, in fact, let me tell you, every student of MBA and even at undergraduate level, BBA, etc., they get 2 inputs which are mandatory. I think everybody gets an input of Excel, and everybody gets at least 2 inputs. Every student gets 2 inputs of business analytics, right? Which includes data visualization also. But students who are doing specially program in analytics, business analytics, they get exposure to all this is part of the curriculum. Excel, SQL, Python, Tableau, Power BI. Power BI is for data visualization. So all these are taught as part of the curriculum. And not only this, you see, it is not a question of learning the software, it is the application of the software which is important. So the courses are taught by the industry. 6 courses are taught by the industry, and they bring real-time data and they tell you, okay, this is the data. Now using the business analytics tools, see what decision the company needs to take. Now that is the rigor with which, so I think we are preparing students who are ready first day. The moment they join the industry, they are ready for performing on the job. So there is a good potential, but what I would just say is that one will need to develop oneself continuously. In fact, that is true for every discipline today, that as you start working, whether you are a self-employed professional or you join the industry, you will have to keep learning, because the industry, the technology is changing very fast. So I think every person, whether it is all of us also, we keep on updating ourselves. Our faculty also keeps updating themselves. They're learning new skills all the time. So you will have to, yeah.
There is one related question by Abhinav on the chat here.
Okay.
He says that my question is that what can I do today in MBA specialization to reduce my fear from AI? So along with analytics, if you would like to answer this.
You see, let me answer this question. I will give you a little example. When we introduced business analytics, as an AI he's talking about,
He's saying fear of AI of losing jobs.
Oh, no. You see, AI is something which is a reality now. But there is nothing which is to be feared. You know, what is important, what you must understand is AI will give you the basic analysis done by AI. But then the interpretation of that, the application of that has to be done by a professional. There is no replacing, absolutely no replacement of the human skill. Number one. Number two, you see, the human skills will always remain to be important. You see, it is not only the bots who will do everything. So AI, you see, if you remember when the banking was digitized, everybody feared that there will be loss of jobs in banking. It never happened. In fact, new jobs were created in banking, right? The same holds good for AI. Of course, you will need different kind of skills. Yes, the nature of skills will keep changing as the AI progresses. But nobody needs to fear AI. Absolutely nobody in the world needs to fear AI. But some of that, you must know how to incorporate AI, how to, in fact, AI makes your work easier. For example, today, a lot of people are taking help of generative AI to prepare CVs for themselves. A lot of people are using AI to write emails. It saves time. But it doesn't mean you copy from, you do exactly pick it up from AI and apply. You can't do that. It is suicidal. You have to use AI as a support system. Whatever AI gives you, look at that, apply your own mind, see how much of it is suitable, where I need to improve, where I need to alter, and then use it. Even the best of the professionals, in the senior most professionals up to CEO level are also using AI today. And I've been talking to a lot of industry professionals. They said, all of us use AI, but intelligently. So no threat, it's only a support system. Please don't worry about it. Any other thing on the chat?
There is one more question, sir.
Yeah.
Are there academic marks like 10th, 12th, graduation matter for placement? Well, do the
Yes.
marks in 10th, 12th, that's what.
Yes. You see, what happens is, in particularly in business management, a lot of industries look at a continuous score of 60%. Many industries say, we want only consistent score of 60% throughout, say matriculation, graduation, and post-graduation. But there are many people who would only look at the scores of MBA only. But let me tell you another thing. It's a very interesting thing. Some of you may not like it, my faculty may not like it, but there are some students who at times get a reappear also and have a low CGPA. People of low CGPA, those who have the right skills, at times get a placement equivalent to people in the A grade, A++ grade. People are having the highest CGPA, they get salary packages equivalent to those. Even when they have reappeared, they've had reappeared and a low CGPA of, say, something like 6. So their salaries are at times, if you are holistic personality, if you have leadership skills, if you have the right understanding of what industry requires, good communication skills, then you get equivalent placement. So let me tell you one thing. Marks is not much of a criteria today, except with some companies. What the company is looking at is skills, attitude, the right attitude, proactive. You should be able to change yourself. You should be able to work in teams. You should be able to communicate very well. The level of confidence, leadership, this is what the industry is looking at. Anything else which is on the...
Yes, sir, there's another question which says, this is by Manmeet Kaur. She's saying, good evening, sir. My query is integrated BBA MBA. What is something that a student must focus on to get a good placement? And what are the placement stats for the same?
I think you answered this question. I have said most of it, what is required. when I spoke about the qualities which are required for good placement, starting in communication skills to practical exposure, I've said it. But then, Dr. Verma, if you want to add something to it and want to share a few statistics, you can do that, please.
All right. I think, as Dr. Modi has said, that he has already covered most of the things. The first and foremost thing which probably every company would look for is your skills, right? So that's what he has been speaking about. And in this case, not only the skills which probably are imparted in the classroom, but the outside classroom activities are also very, very important in case of your management placement. So if there are a lot of activities going around, how do you manage those club participations, right? And your student organization participations? How many live projects are there on your resume in 4 years, because it's BBA MBA integrated program. So how many live projects probably you can show on your resume, that probably would help in case of placement. So there's a lot of inside classroom skills and outside classroom activities which probably would be required for a student. So he need to plan from the very beginning that he has to do good in the class, but he has to do good outside the class also.
Let me supplement one thing.
Right.
You see, it is very unfortunate at times that a lot of undergraduate students do not want placements. But Dr. Verma, you can speak about one student of, I think, BB or BCom who got the highest package.
Yes, Trident, sir.
Trident. What was the package?
19 lakhs.
Huh?
19 lakhs, sir.
Yes. Now, one undergraduate student gets a package of 19 lakhs from Trident.
Yeah, but in fact, sir, undergraduate student getting a package of around 55 lakhs also in Tesla.
In Tesla. That was in US. In
Yes.
US posting.
Yeah,
Yes.
BBA students, sir.
So, Manmeet, the point is that placements are not a problem. I think this year, 500 companies have visited LPU. So whether it is MBA, BBA MBA integrated or BCom MBA integrated, doesn't make a difference. You know, once you have a postgraduate degree, you have plenty of job opportunities. 500 companies visited LPU. And what is the highest package, Dr. Verma?
Sir, maximum this time highest package for BBA is BBA.
No, for MBA. Let it be for MBA. Because she's the girl of integrated program, she's asking. Na?
MBA is 20 lakhs.
How much? 20 lakhs.
20 lakhs. 20 lakhs.
20 lakhs is the highest. At times it varies. I think year before, because Trident has it was 30 lakhs.
30 lakhs.
And one student who was placed last year in Middle East, Shobha Reality, what was his package? 36 lakhs?
36 lakhs, yes.
36 lakhs package. So, you know, at times it depends on the kind of companies, their job requirements. So it will keep on varying. But I've told you the bottom line is 500 companies coming to the campus for placing management students. That is the bottom line. So there's absolutely no dearth of jobs. If you have the right skills, the right mindset, you can be assured of a very good placement and with the best of the brands. Which are some of the companies which came? Dr. Verma, if you can name some few brands.
Sir, we have MRF, we have Colgate, we have Federal Bank, we have Trident, so Asian Paints, Berger Paints, right? So all these companies.
And students, you can also look at our website for all the companies if you want any further information. Any other questions?
Nice, sir, all answered from here.
Now, I think, let me take up a question with respect to law. There was some student who asked a question on law. When can I appear for judiciary exam? I know anybody who has completed a law degree, LLB, so whether it is through integrated program of BLLB or BCom LLB or standalone 3-year LLB, he becomes eligible. You know, in fact, the minimum eligibility criteria is across most of the states is graduation, except for few in South India, where they have an additional requirement of law practice for about 1 to 3 years. In South India, they expect this. In states like Rajasthan and Delhi, they allow final semester students to appear in the preliminary exam also for the judiciary. And in LPU, we have courses, in all courses are mapped to the judiciary exams. All courses of law are mapped to them. So whatever is required for judiciary, we cover it during our BA LLB program or LLB 3-year program. And also judiciary coaching is available on the campus, and this year 11 students are undergoing training in judiciary. So this is for students of law. And some people said, one question was, how is the university incorporating emerging technologies and methodologies into its curriculum? So this is a technical question, please hear carefully. For example, architecture and design, the technology which they use is BIM, which is Building Information Modeling, 3D printing, AutoCAD, Revit, SketchUp, Rhino, 3ds Max, InDesign, Photoshop, Illustrator. This is what architecture people learn softwares. Interior and product design, Photoshop, Illustrator, Fusion 360, KeyShot, Figma, Creo, 3ds Max, InDesign, SketchUp, etc. Fashion, Clo 3, Adobe Illustrator, CorelDRAW, Photoshop, TukaCAD. Multimedia, there are, not one, dozens of them. So anything which is required by the industry, so for every program, whichever software is relevant is being incorporated in the curriculum. One student asked, how do you accommodate differently abled persons? Now, one thing which you must understand, every building of LPU is accessible to differently abled. There are ramps available in every building. And as far as supporting students is concerned, we have students who are studying free. Those who have, I think, 30 odd students with spinal injury are studying in LPU free of cost. But others have to pay. But some student has said, what about with persons with mental illness? I don't know what the student means, but then if the whatever little mental illness, if it is not hampering one's learning abilities very seriously, then he's treated like a normal student and is can take up any program. But let me also tell you that we have counselors available on the campus who would counsel people. Psychological counseling is also available. So if there are some learning disabilities, for that also support is available on the campus itself by our counselors.
There are few questions here. There are few questions here from the students.
How many?
There are few questions available here. Should I?
Please go on.
Some of them, sir, I am answering privately because from BB or MBA, I have already answered few questions on chat.
Wonderful.
But there's, good evening, sir. I would like to know if it is worth to join the MA Mass Communication and Journalism course. How are the placements in this course?
I have already mentioned this.
Yeah.
I have already mentioned this. Journalism, I said 3 students have got a package of, 2 students have got a package of 10 lakhs and 1 student has got a package of 12 lakhs. Journalism, it is not core journalism, but and rest of them have gone into either print media or electronic media. There is no dearth of jobs, absolutely available. And in fact, let me tell you, every week we send students out in the field. So they learn, they go and write development stories. It makes a lot of sense. So if you have a flair, if you are confident in your speaking, if you are analytical, if you are fond of reading and keeping yourself updated with the latest things which are happening in the world, and you are an extrovert, I think journalism is the career for you. There's plenty of scope. The shape of journalism might change, whether it is print media. Today, digital journalism is fine. I think I have seen people, Dr. Verma would bear me out. We had influencers who came to LPU and they're earning in crores. I met a 22-year-old girl, not even journalism, 22-year-old girl who's running a YouTube channel, etc. Upreti, I'm forgetting her name. I think the students who are asking questions would know it. Some Upreti. She bought a Mercedes. The other day we had about 15, 20 influencers. None of them was earning below 1 crore. In fact, our own students are running YouTube channels and they are providing consultancy. Our students of journalism, I think students of management and journalism combined they did a project for the industry where the students did, the photography and product writing, and the management students and faculty, they did the, development of their policies, KRAs, KPIs, etc., and their strategy for marketing, etc. So it's a good career. Please go ahead. Next question.
There are many, sir, but then same questions. I think Srijani also from a lot of interest in MA journalism. She says, sir, could you please let me know about the MA journalism and mass communication course? So I think it's already answered. You have spoken a lot about.
I think what you should understand is the kind of exposure we give you, we teach you every dimension. As I said, we teach you development journalism, we teach you intercultural, communication. Every relevant course is taught, but what is important is the kind of skills we'll give you. So, lot of skill-oriented courses are available. Dr. P.P. Singh, if you can hear me, would you like to add anything? Would you like to add anything to this?
Yes, sir. We are giving all the students all the exposures also, and also at the same end, we are having the opportunities for internship in all the print, as you have already shared. 2 days are fixed for them for moving out. We have I think one of the best TV studio that you must mention at the top of one of the best, because I have been to many universities. That kind of studio is not available anywhere. We have a separate audio studio, editing studio, and the TV studio you have seen. I think, sir, you have been a part of it. That's the kind of exposure we are giving, learning, hands-on experience, consultancy projects, content writing. Open Text has been a company where my students have been placed. The Jockeys, Radio Mirchi is one of the clients of ours where we have got our students placed.
And I can add that our student is the creative head of Chopal.
Chopal, sir.
Nitin is head of the creative head of Chopal, which is
Chopal, the OTT app for the regional parts, sir.
So you can go ahead and plenty of good opportunities are available in the discipline. Yes, Dr. Verma, any other question?
Sir, I want to add one thing. I want to correct myself. The money funding the student got from Google is not 1.4 crore, it is 1.7 crore.
Oh, 1.7.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Verma, any questions?
There are 2 questions related to integrated BBMBA, where they are saying.
And also, sir, Verma, one thing I see, one of the students asked about the fear of AI. So I must share, the fear of AI has to go away, because Sidhu Moosewala has released one song just few days back where his image was AI generated. So that's the kind of opportunity the job AI is actually supplementing the jobs. AI is supplementing all the things over there. Just to add to one of the students when he asked what should be the fear, shall I fear the AI in job? So actually AI is supplement and help.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Sir, I think the question is related to BBMBA integrated, where he says that most of the IIMs offer 5-year integrated program. So is this program approved, and can one do PhD after this?
Yes, one can do. This is approved and one can do PhD after this. You see, the only condition is that there should be a research course, a course on subject on research methodology, and he should have done research work during the program, 5-year program. So if that is available, one can do PhD, surely.
Then there are another questions. Yeah. It says, sir, please talk about future of AI ML students.
You see, I think, I would guide them to seek guidance from, I think, let them stay in touch. I can, make a call to the admission cell, and they will put you in touch with a computer science faculty, I think, who will give you a better guidance on that. I will say something, but it may not be complete. So if you want a very precise advice, please give a call to admissions and they will guide you on this. Now, one student had asked a question about hotel management. Hotel management is very powerful in LPU. Very good labs. Very good labs. We have food production or bakery. All kind of labs are available. We have a 32-room hotel on the campus on which practical training is given. Apart from internships with our other hotels also. And this time there are 17 international internships for 2026 batch. 17 international internships have been provided to students. 15 students of the 25 batch have international internships. And the batch which is passing out in which is passed out in 24, they have 15, about 15% are international placements in Middle East, etc. with a minimum package of 50,000, and they will, after 6 months it will be about 80,000 when they get the final, after their internship, after their probation period is over. And our brands which come to us, so we have national placements in Oberoi, Accor Group, Taj, Radisson, Make My Trip. So best of the brands are coming to LPU, and in fact, all the best industry professionals are also interacting. And apart from this, we have experts who come in and do special workshops on food and wine pairing, international desserts, modern breads. This is something which we regularly have with respect to the hotel management. Very good, very powerful program, excellent labs, excellent faculty. In fact, most of the faculty in hotel management is having experience in the industry. In fact, apart from hotel management, we have a very powerful program in tourism. And students are getting very good placements in the travel agencies and tour operators and airlines as cabin crew also. So we have airlines and airport management. We have good program, tourism management, both UG and PG programs. So that's very powerful program again in LPU, and you can look forward to good placements. Law, some people have asked. I think somebody has said that how and what can help me become a successful first-generation lawyer. There are myths that first-generation lawyers don't earn well. No, that's a myth actually. If you look at it, majority of the students, even from NLUs, National Law Universities, institutions, they also go in for litigation. And probably they might gain some experience in law firms for 1 or 2 years. I have spoken to directors of vice chancellors of NLUs, and majority of them have said that even in Bangalore or in Bhopal or in Rajiv Gandhi University in Patiala, most of them go for litigation. That is the first preference because litigation is very powerful. In fact, yesterday I was in a program of PhD Chambers of Commerce, and there was one lady who was a partner, who was the founder of a law firm, and she was one of the jury of some awards. And so I spoke to her. She said, of course, litigation is important, and the potential of even corporate sector law firms is very good, very, very good. And it is always advisable that you gain some experience in law firms and then join litigation. But if you want to, because it is very important to understand how to litigate. You should have good, and in LPU, we give a lot of focus on drafting skills, on argumentative skills, understanding the compliances of laws related to the corporates. So, and one of our students this year, I think he was a pass out of I think 22 batch. He has been selected in the Punjab judiciary. Of the older batches, there are a large number of students who are in judicial services. They are into, they have become senior, judiciary professionals. But in 22 batch also, one student has been selected in Punjab judiciary. So plus you have opportunities for law officers. You can go to, public sector undertakings. You can start teaching also, legal analysts. Today corporates are hiring a lot of law professionals. Most of the corporates have legal cases for which they need legal professionals. So law is also very potential and extremely good in LPU. In fact, all programs, without mentioning any specific, everyone Every program is very strong. Yes. Any other question, Dr. Verma?
So I think most of them answered. There is one which is a little different. It says, hello, sir. Are there any additional courses we need to apply and earn certificates other than regular MBA curriculum?
Go ahead. Please answer.
You see, though there's no name anonymous, but then I think MBA curriculum otherwise is self-sufficient. Even if there are some additional certification required, they are already integrated into the curriculum. As Dr. Modi has already said, that all industry certifications in the area of specialization have been integrated into the curriculum. So you need not earn additional certificates. But yes, as Dr. Modi has also mentioned earlier, that you need to upskill yourself, and there are a lot of skills which are all around you. And probably if you want to create a competitive advantage as compared to your other students in the class, you can do n number of certificates which are available online on the websites like Coursera or Udemy. So there are a lot of certifications available which you can do and actually add value to your profile. But
so
otherwise,
they could relate to digital marketing, they could lead to analytics, they could lead. There are a lot of financial certifications which are available by NSC, National Stock Exchange. You know, though the program is self-sufficient, but if these additional things are available, at times the companies value a formal certification. So there is no harm if you earn some of them. Yes, please continue, Dr. Verma. Sorry.
Rest of the questions are answered, I think.
I was just seeing if there are a lot of questions. What are the best practices for developing effective leadership skills? Leadership skills. Now, you see, yes, this is one question which, you know, it is one thing which is very important for every program, which you must, one thing which I've said is everyone must keep updated with what is happening in the world today. That's one. Two, I think it is very important that you do some you should be aware of what my strengths and weaknesses are. And you must reflect. Normally, what people do is they try to find answers from somewhere from their memory, what they have read in a particular course, what they have read left, right. Please learn to do your own analysis. If there's a policy change, for example, you should do your own analysis. If suppose there's a war which is going on, Russia-Ukraine war, who is responsible for the war? Is Russia responsible? Is Ukraine responsible? Or is the West responsible? How do you think the war will end? Use your own mind, reflect, think about it. So develop this habit of thinking originally. Original thoughts are extremely important for leadership. So please don't depend on what the teacher tells you in the class unless you start using your mind. The purpose of higher education is to develop your mind. You should be capable of decision making. You should be capable of analysis. You should be capable of creating new plans and ideas. So that will happen only when you start using your own mind, right? So this is extremely important. And the starting point is ask a lot of questions in the class. Don't say, mom, don't just be a listener. Ask questions. If there's a discussion which is happening, if the teacher has asked a question, raise your hand and answer that question. Please don't worry if you don't answer it correctly. First, second, third attempt, you will improve. But it is extremely important that you take initiative to answer questions. Then there are plenty of other responsibilities available. Take, volunteer for those responsibilities, join clubs. So do community service. Volunteering is very good way of developing leadership skills. And in fact, this is one very important skill which will add a lot of value to your CV. That yes, here is a person who is socially conscious and can go beyond the job to benefit the society. So these are things which help in developing leadership skills. A lot of questions which were written about. One student has said that I'm worried about MBA program because when I ask for a loan, they say LPU अच्छा नहीं है. This is very silly. Please don't depend on what you hear say. Some people will keep on saying, I don't know with what malafide intentions. Please understand, LPU has a NAC A++ grade as a university. MBA program of LPU is NBA accredited. National Board of Accreditation has given accreditation to the MBA program of LPU. We have 500 companies coming from hiring. You should explore on the website LPU's placement record, which I've also spoken about. We are providing seed money to students to learn stock trading. We have industry partnerships and 6 courses in most of the MBA programs are being taught by the industry in every specialization. Finance, we have collaborations. Dr. Verma, can you speak briefly about collaborations that we have with different industries in different specialization areas?
Yes, sir. I think as earlier also in this webinar, it was mentioned that there are a lot of technology-oriented courses, and all those technology-oriented courses and even business analytics specialization, the tie-up is with one of the leading organizations, which everyone of you know is IBM. So the 2 courses of analytics, which are visualization as well as Python, are being taught by IBM, apart from the entire business analytics specialization. Then we have tie-up with
6 courses of the specialization.
Business analytics, 6 courses.
6 courses of specialization plus 2 basic courses.
2 courses basic. Plus we have tie-up for financial consulting with KPMG. Then we have tie-up with investment banking with Ernst & Young. For digital marketing, we have a tie-up with Spice Catalyst, US. Then for other specialization, AI/ML also we had with Futurance, which is an organization, Futurance. Then for HRM, we have a tie-up with SHRM, which is a Society for Human Resource Management. So these are the types which probably we have. Then probably apart from this also.
And in each specialization, all these companies will teach 6 courses each.
Yes, sir. So all will teach 6 courses apart
all
from.
All specialization courses are taught by these companies.
Apart from giving the live projects and all assignments, other parts. So 6 courses would be taught by these. But apart from this, we have a tie-up with an organization which is known as LearnBiz. And for LearnBiz, we have simulation, because there are around 23 simulations which we have sourced for, and they are integrated with different courses. So along with the courses, you will be doing simulation for 23 different courses.
Now, this is meant to sharpen your decision-making skills.
Right.
And so there's some information, and it is competitive.
Apart from this also, for example, providing the Excel training input, we have tied up with GT also. Apart from teaching in the classes, the additional training is provided by Grant Thornton also.
Grant Thornton also. Yeah. And some of you have asked a question: how should a first-year student know about university life? So I think what you should do is, we have a induction program where we make you aware of the university policies. Please make sure you come and join the induction. It's a 3-day induction program where central divisions, examinations, school of division of student welfare, security, examination, academic affairs, they will make their respective presentations and appraise you of the university policies. And
just to add on to this, in case of MBA, apart from these 3 days, we would have a pre-term of 8 days also.
Acha, there's a pre-term for MBA students. It's a pre-term of 8 days. Yes. So that you can, and this is focused on what? Tell them about economics and.
The entire pre-term is focused upon 2 things. One is actually we are giving them the basics of economics and accounting, because they are 2 important areas which most of the companies ask for. So all students will be provided some basic inputs on economics and this. But then apart from this, the entire orientation of this 8-day pre-term would be on preparing students for careers. So what kind of careers they would like to have, what all is required for those careers, and this would be taught by, and this would be handled by all industry experts coming on different days. So there will be a lot of sessions on design thinking or your gamification. Then the students would do a lot of outdoor activities. So it's a complete package of 8 days where we would have academics, where we would have industry people coming up. Then we would have a lot of outdoor activities also, but entirely focused on career.
How many students are still available?
Now, sir, I think we are very less, around 10.
10. So if there are any specific questions they have to ask, I was talking about how you get comfortable in the university. So participate in induction, learn university policies. Time management is very important. So manage your time very well. Don't spend too much time with friends. Focus on your assignments. Go back. I think one thing which I would advise everybody is, stay connected to books. A lot of students have stopped using books. They want to depend on PPTs, not sufficient. Please don't get into this trap. Unless you read books, you will not be played with basics. So please read your books. Then in the university, seek help. There are plenty of, help desks which are available. Seek help whenever you need. Don't hesitate. There are online, you can complain in case somebody is bothering you or you have a challenge, you don't like a teacher, you don't understand something, you have a problem in the hostel. You can always put up, there's RMS available online. You can put up a complaint, or you can meet in person, your head of the department or head of the school. So there are mentors available. You can keep talking to them and appraise them of your issues or challenges. Then, there are a lot of university club activities. Please make sure you participate in clubs. We insist that these students should become member of at least 2 to 3 clubs so that you develop yourself holistically. Then prioritize your tasks. You should know what to do when. Curricular activities are important, but then so are extracurricular activities important. So make sure if you need time for assignments, don't compromise. Then you should focus on good quality project work, assignments, live projects. So prioritize, know what is important, and do things accordingly. And minimize your distractions. Social media, cut down the time on social media and socializing so that you can focus on academics. That's what you are here for. So I think, there were some issues about what can I do after MA education. I don't know whether the student who asked this question is here, but after MA education, there are plenty of job opportunities available. You can do PhD, you can be assistant professor in departments of education. In fact, there are some states like J&K, Odisha, Northeast, all states of Northeast, West Bengal, where MA education is valued and you get appointments on the basis of this program as assistant professors in Department of Education. You can be school coordinators, you can be research data analysts, you can do content writing, you can do test development for testing the students, psychometricians. So plenty of job opportunities which are available. And in fact, education school in LPU is also very strong. And in fact, all students who are doing B.Ed, every student, it is 100% result of CTET, which is the central eligibility test conducted by the Central Testing Agency. All students of B.Ed have been able to clear that test. So which is the basic eligibility for getting into school teaching. So this speaks of the rigor of the School of Education. And all our courses in the school are mapped to UGC net. What else? And somebody asked a question, when are the classes starting? I think first year classes are starting July 2020 onward. Of course, for every program, the date might vary. So the university communicates to every student what is the exact date. But between 20th July and 1st of August, all first year students will be called to the campus for starting of the program. So any further question, Dr. Verma? I think we have answered most anxieties.
Yes, there are no new questions in the chat, nor in the question answer session.
And some people have asked, since this is a general question, what unique skills any company want before hiring a candidate? Though I have answered it, but let me say, 1, problem-solving abilities. One should be able to take decisions, solve problems. 2, one should be able to adapt oneself to change. Good communication skills. Teamwork and collaboration is extremely important. Some people are good workers but don't work in teams. You must know how to work in teams. Leadership potential, creativity and innovation, technical skills, of course, which are required for that particular profile, and strong work ethic. Integrity is something which is very important. One should never do something which is unethical. Strong character, for example, whether it is a case of sexual harassment, or it is financial mismanagement, or any financial fraud. Companies do not tolerate this at all. So one has to be a person of strong integrity, not telling lies, adhering to company policies. In case you have challenges, openly discussing those challenges, being courteous to your colleagues and seniors. Now, these are normal work ethics which are required by the industry. I think that should be about all. In case these 10 students who are there, they want to ask any further questions, I can answer. I think from my side, that's about it. Whatever questions I received, I think majority of them I've answered. One odd might have been left. There were some questions regarding MSc Clinical Biochemistry and Pharmacy. I think you once again, please, I can answer them, but I don't want to answer them. Please call up the admission cell. There are admission helplines available and ask these questions. They will explain in detail. The expert faculty of that discipline will explain all those things to you. So I think that's about it, and we have been on the job for about 1.5 hours now. So people of LPU are coordinating. I think can we close?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I guess all the questions are answered very clearly, and we are deeply grateful for your insightful word of wisdom and invaluable guidance you have shared with us, sir. On behalf of all the students, I extend my heartfelt thanks for your time, knowledge, and support, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Verma. Thank you, Dr. P.P. Singh.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Sandeep.
Thank you, sir.
And good wishes to all students who have been part of this interaction. I wish you well. Hope all of you join LPU and have a wonderful time and a wonderful career. And that's the promise, that is the credo of LPU. And we say, the LPU wants everyone to go back. And if you look at the credo, we say transforming education, transforming India. The kind of innovations that we make are not available with most of the universities. So we'll welcome you with open arms and you prepare you for good career and a good life ahead. Wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Dr. Sanjay Modi,
Bye-bye.
Dr. Rajesh sir, Dr. Pavitra Prakash sir, and Sandeep sir.